Welcome to the Digital Revolution with Jim Kunkel. I appreciate you joining me on this live session here on LinkedIn Audio. This session will be an audio recording of this live chat to produce an audio episode, which will be released as a podcast on the Digital Revolution channel after this session ends. Before I set up today's topic, I'd like to cover how you can participate in this live session. It's real easy. All you have to do is use the raise your hand icon in the chat menu. Also, please feel free to hit any emoji to let me know how you're feeling about this live chat. Again, I'm recording this session audio for rebroadcasting as an audio podcast that will be featured on the Digital Revolution channel. Our topic is which U.S. workers are exposed to artificial intelligence on their job. About a fifth of all workers have high exposure jobs. Women, Asian, college educated, and high paid workers are more exposed, but those are the most exposed industries and more likely to say AI will help more than hurt them personally. Artificial intelligence recently gained new attention with the release of ChatGPT and DALL-E. These tools are a broader array of AI-driven business applications that represent a new reality for workers. Let's get into the topic. Artificial intelligence has the potential to automate many jobs that are currently performed by humans. According to a report by the World Economic Forum, around 40% of all working hours could be impacted by AI. Large language models such as ChatGPT-4 will affect many clerical or assistance roles that are likely to decline quickly because of the AI. However, the impact of AI on all jobs is not negative. AI can also create new jobs and industries, such as data analytics, machine learning engineers, and AI ethics. In addition, AI can help humans perform their jobs more efficiently and effectively. Therefore, it's important to prepare for the future of work by developing new skills and adapting to new technologies. Next, I'd like to talk about the hot topic of ChatGPT-4, which is a powerful language model that can help generate complex responses to user prompts. It has the potential to change the way we use the internet to work, to play, and to create. According to technology experts, GPT-4 can do some jaw-dropping things that its originator, ChatGPT, couldn't. Here are some of the most compelling use cases of GPT-4. First is analyzing more than text. GPT-4 has the ability to work with photos that users upload. One of the most impressive use cases so far came from OpenAI video demo that showed how a drawing could be turned into a functional website within minutes. The demonstrator uploaded the picture into ChatGPT-4 and then pasted the resulting code into a preview that showed how it could be a working website. Next is coding was made even easier. Some early GPT-4 users with very little to no prior coding knowledge have used it to recreate iconic games such as Pong, Tetris, or Snake, after following a step-by-step instructions provided by the tool on how to do so. Next is natural language responses. ChatGPT-4 is designed to generate natural language responses when given input from a user, making it potentially useful in a variety of business applications. More human-like conversation with customers or clients is desirable. However, it's important to know that AI tools like GPT-4 can upend professionals, enable students to cheat, and shift our relationship with technology. Therefore, it's crucial to use these tools responsibly and ethically. There are several ethical implications of using AI tools like ChatGPT-4, including biased and inaccurate outputs, privacy violations, plagiarism and cheating, and copyright infringement. to use a ChatGPT-4 ethically, it's important to be aware of these issues and take appropriate measures to prevent them. Here are some safeguards that can be taken. First, be aware of the limitations of ChatGPT-4. Now, ChatGPT-4 was trained on a vast number of sources, some of which contain obvious bias. As a result, the tool sometimes produces outputs that reflect these biases, and it can be related to racial or gender or stereotypes. It's important to check all the information provided by ChatGPT-4 against other sources. The second is protecting your privacy. Conversations with ChatGPT-4 are stored for the purpose of training future models. Therefore, if you have input personal details or even false information about yourself or another person into ChatGPT-4, it may be reproduced by the tool in its later outputs. To prevent this from happening, you can manually disable your chat history and request that OpenAI delete your past conversations. The third is avoid plagiarism and cheating. In academic context, ChatGPT-4 and other AI tools may be used to cheat. This can be intentional or unintentional. Some of the ways ChatGPT-4 may be used to cheat include passing off AI-generated content as original work, paraphrasing, plagiarism of content, and passing it off as original work, fabricating data to support research, and it goes on. Using ChatGPT-4 to cheat is academically dishonest and is prohibited by university guidelines. The fourth is respect copyright laws. ChatGPT-4 is trained on a variety of sources, many of which are protected by copyright. As a result, ChatGPT-4 may reproduce copyrighted content in its outputs. It's important to assure that any content generated by ChatGPT-4 complies with copyright laws. Now, you want to use ChatGPT-4 responsibly. It's important to use AI tools like ChatGPT responsibly and ethically to prevent them from being misused for harmful purposes. Okay, now let me put some perspective to the AI impact on jobs by covering a Pew Research Center analysis of U.S. governmental data. Historically, changes in technology have often automated physical tasks, such as those performed on factory floors. But artificial intelligence performs more like human brain power, and its reach grows. That has raised questions about its impact on professional and other office jobs. For this portion of the session, I'll cover a Pew Research Center analysis from reported government data, and here's what Pew Research uncovered. In 2022, 19% of American workers were in jobs that are the most exposed to AI, in which the most important activities may be either replaced or assisted by AI. 23% of workers have jobs that are the least exposed to AI, in which the most important activities are farther from the reach of AI. Other workers, nearly 6 in 10 in all, are likely to have a varying levels of exposure to AI. And jobs with a high level of exposure to AI tend to be in higher paying fields where a college education and analytical skills are a plus. Now, certain groups of workers have higher levels of exposure to AI. First, those with more education. Workers with a bachelor's degree or more, and that's 27%, are more than twice as likely as those with a high school diploma, which is only 12%, to see the most exposure. Women, a greater share of women, 21% than men, 17%, are likely to see the most exposure to AI. This is because of the differences in the types of jobs held by men and women. Asian and white. Asian 24% and white 20% workers are more exposed than Black at 15% and Hispanic workers at 13%. And higher wage workers in 2022, workers in the most exposed jobs earned an average of $33 per hour compared to $20 in jobs where the least amount of exposure to AI. Now, workers seem to be more hopeful than concern about the impact of AI on their jobs. During a recent Pew Research Center survey, it found that many U.S. workers in more exposed industries do not feel their jobs are at risk. They are more likely to say AI will help more than hurt them personally. For instance, 32% of workers in information and technology say AI will help more than hurt them personally, compared to 11% who say it will hurt them more than it helps. So which jobs are more exposed to AI? Work-related tasks vary in their exposure to AI. Some activities, such as repairing equipment, may have a low exposure to AI, while others may have a medium or high degree of exposure. Also, activities with different levels of exposure may be equally important within many jobs. In the Pew Research analysis, jobs are considered more exposed to artificial intelligence if artificial intelligence can either perform the most important activities entirely or help with them. For example, AI could replace, at least to a degree, the task of getting information and analyzing data or information, or it can help with working with computers. These are also among the key tasks for judicial law clerks, web developers, and they are more exposed to AI than other workers. However, AI alone cannot assist and care for others or perform general physical activities. So nurses and other care providers, these are essential activities to them. They're going to be less likely exposed to AI. Additionally, Pew found that jobs that placed in the top 25% when ranked by importance of work activities with high exposure to AI were judged to be the most exposed. Jobs that placed in the top 25 when ranked by importance of work activities with low exposure to AI are the least exposed. The remaining jobs, such as chief executives, are likely to see a medium level of exposure to AI. And will AI exposure lead to job losses? The answer right now, it's unclear, because AI could be used either to replace or complement what workers do. It is not known exactly which or how many jobs are in peril. For this reason, the study from Pew focused on the level of exposed jobs to AI. And it sets aside the question of whether this exposure will lead to jobs lost or jobs gained. Now, consider customer service agents. Evidence does show that AI could either replace them with more powerful chatbots, or it could enhance their productivity. AI may also create new types of jobs for skilled workers. Much as the internet age generated new classes of jobs such as web developers, another way AI-related developments might increase employment levels is by giving a boost to the economy by elevating productivity and creating more jobs overall. AI is designed to mimic cognitive functions, and it's likely that higher-paying white-collar jobs will see a fair amount of exposure to this technology. But the analysis by Pew doesn't consider the role of an AI-enabled machine or robot that may perform mechanical or physical tasks. Recent evidence suggests that industrial robots may reduce both employment and wages, and moreover, jobs held by low-wage workers. Those without a high school diploma and younger men are more exposed to the effects of industrial robots. Now, for some other findings from Pew, most workers are more likely to work in jobs with less exposure to AI than in jobs with more exposure. And this is true based on the information among men, Black, and Hispanic workers, young workers, and workers with less formal education and other labor jobs. As I mentioned earlier, Asian workers and college graduates are among the highest paid of workers most exposed to AI, and the most exposed workers earn more than the least exposed workers, no matter their demographic characteristic. And the gap is especially striking among men. Asian workers and foreign-born workers. Analytic skills are more important in jobs with more exposure to AI. These skills include critical thinking, writing, science and mathematics, mechanical skills such as equipment maintenance, There are all more important jobs with less exposure to AI. And scarcely any U.S. businesses, fewer than 3%, reported using advanced technologies such as machine learning or machine vision software to produce goods or services as of up to through 2021. Now, according to the most recent available data from the U.S. Census Bureau, still these were large businesses who accounted for about 11 to 16% of overall employment. Well, I hope this conversation on statistics and opinion and data analysis hasn't caused you to drift off. So thank you so much for joining me on this thought-provoking journey into this topic. And I hope you found this episode informative and engaging. Now stay tuned for more exciting discussions on the latest trends and developments in the world of digital transformation. And this concludes the live chat podcast episode on this. Now, if anyone has anything to add, and it looks like we do have somebody who wants to come up on stage, let me open up your microphone. All right, your microphone. Want to unmute yourself? Feel free to speak.
Hi, James. Thank you so much for sharing all the special data. It really, I'm a big ChatGPT user, hosting a live event in a couple of days. I would like to invite you to come and share this data so I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I mean, ChatGPT. I tell everyone, AI, some people when it ChatGPT and artificial intelligence get kind of scared away, right? But like I share with everyone, as you know, James, AI has been around for long. I mean, it's been in the government portal for so long. That's how we have our world, compliances, how we have those barriers, those invisible barriers around us, all those things that happen in outer space and in those private sectors of our government. So we're just now, I think, as normal human common folks are being exposed to ChatGPT, but you're right on the data, the people that it affects, the minorities that are possibly going to be left behind if an employer decides that, hey, guess what, we're moving on to AI because maybe that employer didn't necessarily give the opportunity for their team to learn a little bit of something about AI. Everything you said. I mean, I'm in my room and I found a little yellow notepad thing that I'm writing, flipping my little pages over and over, trying to get everything you've said. But I love the data and, just, reassures that, everyone who's on a platform talking sophistication about Chat GPT and the ethical part. I mean, you're right. Chat GPT 4 now has ears and eyes. That's how I describe it. It started just with its mind and now it has ears and eyes. It can literally take a picture and identify all the flaws, suggest fonts, designers. I mean, it's on a whole nother level. But as anything, you have to learn about it and learn how to utilize it to best fit your need. And every sector, education, I have teachers that have, asked me my thoughts about, Chat GPT. You have some that are scared to death because they're scared their students are going to cheat on their, on their writing assignments. And then you have other instructors that are embracing it and really teaching it as a resource as it's supposed to be, right? So thank you so much, James, for just allowing me to come in and share. I'm always excited to hear about, someone talking about Chat GPT a little bit different than normal. So, let's connect. I'll send you an invite to our show if you're available. No pressure as well. But if nothing else, maybe give me the link of the research paper so I can maybe highlight a couple of key points before we do have actually live event demonstration event that we're having. So, but James, once again, thank you so much for this opportunity to come on and chit chat on your platform.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate the support and also too this conversation when you really kind of drill down and do a deep dive. There's a lot of alarming data out there, and I'll send you the link to the Pew
research, which they dive into this aspect, but also a lot of other research as well that they've doing. But we have to have this conversation as professionals now, because as this becomes more readily available, it could get so far ahead of us that we cannot really set some safeguards, but also to plan appropriately, because, like you said, there are going to be some people that are going to be left behind, and some more disproportional than others. So that's my biggest concern when it comes to artificial intelligence. And we didn't even talk about when you have the combination of AI with robotics. That's going to be even in a more amazing time when we start to have intelligent machines that can do pretty much everything we can do.
Yeah, and they're out there. They I posted a video a couple of months ago, and it was a video that came to my attention that showed kind of farmers' equipment and just different equipment, and how now AI has adapted to that equipment, and it's scary. And you're right. We're in the business of empowering folks as well, and you would think that employers would be open to allowing their key employees, get some training in cybersecurity at first, because cybersecurity is your platform of compliance in order for you to be able to navigate around. So you should know a little bit of cybersecurity do's and don'ts before really, venturing into the AI world. But, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur, have had my own business now going on 10 years. And I can say I have embraced Chat GPT as a main resource for a little bit of everything. I like to tell people it's not that I like Chat GPT, is that I like to argue with Chat GPT. Because Chat GPT, I mean, it if you ask it something simple, it will spit out something simple. If you ask it to change it with a joke, it will change the content into a joke. Whatever mode you're in, mood, whatever, however you need to manipulate your question to be authentic to you. And I think that's the key word, being authentic to you, because we know that we can read posts that sometimes people post out there, or content or whatever, and you think, this doesn't sound like that same person that I talk to normally on a Zoom call. Like, these are too big of a words for her to even be using, right? So, I mean, Chat GPT is definitely here to stay. AI, is not going anywhere, but this is, I mean, you're right, James. This is the time to embrace it. Because if you don't embrace it, or able to share at least what it does, the concept, be able to demonstrate that at least you know what it does, you're going to be left behind. And, we're hoping with a lot of, trainings and things that we're offering, that we can make at least a little difference in this world, is, why we've gone so far as creating apprenticeship programs, to be able to open those training doors without any barriers to those that need that apprenticeship program in order to, get educated and open those doors in this world. So kudos to you, James. I'm not going to take no more of your time, but I know you were going to log off. I thought, no, I want to talk to you. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I did see you there. I just wanted to get to the point where open up the mic, and it worked out beautifully. So thank you.